Shalom to the elect of Israel. Got to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekar, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth like the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwaf who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming us with another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. This is just a short little lesson. The video I was watching on RT News about the 5G wireless said 5G wireless a dangerous experiment on humanity. So I'm just going to play this clip. It's only like 5 minutes, and we're going to get some precepts on it. The Lord's willing to be edifying.
So reporting to us there from the tents. So what's the next big thing, by the way? It's called 5G. Have you heard of it? Everybody's talking about it. Frankly, I'm not the techiest guy in the world, so I actually had to Google it this afternoon to find out more about what 5G, what is 5G. So I looked at Wikipedia, and here's what I found out that Wikipedia says. 5G, according to Wikipedia, is the latest generation of cellular communications targeting high data rates, reduced latency, energy savings, cost reductions, higher system capacity, and massive connectivity. There you go. A bunch of big words that may mean something to you, maybe not. But it does sound impressive, right? Who wouldn't want all of that? Well, some might ask, there's got to be a catch. So joining us now is our correspondent, Michelle Greenstein, with the latest on 5G. And I guess the question would be that here's the setup. Is there a catch?
There is, just a small one. It might kill you.
Good to know.
So you'll
How so?
Well, a few days ago, actually, a group of scientists, doctors, environmental organizers, and concerned citizens got together, and they called for the urgent stop to the deployment of 5G. They said that it's been proven harmful to human bodies, that this is an experiment on humanity, and that this should be called a crime under international law. Let's talk about today's technology, what we have going on today. Your phone is constantly sending magnetic fields in and out of each other. Whether or not you're receiving a notification right now, all of our digital tech sends this data back and forth, right, using these invisible microwave radiation signals, aka radio frequency radiation. That's today's tech. We have every cell tower, every router constantly pulsing with radiation, whether or not you're using it. Science shows that this causes DNA damage, cancer, among other things. But don't take my word for it.
And that's just with 4G.
That's just with today's technology.
Before we get to 5G, right now you've got some of it, but not that much.
Let's listen to what Dr. Sharon Goldberg has to say. She's a clinical researcher and an internal medicine physician. This is what she has to say about what we're using today.
Wireless radiation has biological effects, period. This is no longer a subject for debate when you look at PubMed and the peer-reviewed literature. These effects are seen in all life forms: plants, animals, insects, microbes. In humans, we have clear evidence of cancer now. There is no question. We have evidence of DNA damage, cardiomyopathy, which is the precursor of congestive heart failure, neuropsychiatric effects.
So if 4G is already doing some of this, and I imagine if somebody walks around all day with their phone next to their head for hours upon end, they might be doing some damage to themselves. But let's get beyond 4G. How much more potentially dangerous will 5G be, and why?
Well, here's what's really dangerous about 5G. I mean, it's being sold to us as super awesome. You know, your toaster can talk to your door lock. It can talk to your self-driving car. Like, you have a thermostat in your home that knows when you're home. You have these smart homes. Like, it just really sold to us as being awesome. But the downside is that with this rollout, it will be impossible to exist in a city or to walk outside without being exposed. There's going to be a cell tower in front of every few houses, and this means that your personal choices, whether or not you personally use a cell phone or hold it 10 inches away from your head, that cannot escape you from your radiation exposure. So let's listen to what Dr. David Carpenter, another public health physician and actually a signatory to this international appeal, had to say. I asked him about the safety testing that's been done with this 5G rollout.
Okay.
There's been no safety testing of 5G. The reason I think that it's dangerous is that there isn't any specific information to 5G, but we know that radio frequency frequency radiation of 3G and 4G are associated with a whole variety of different human health effects. Everyone is going to be exposed to radio frequency radiation more continuously and at higher intensities. And that's going to cause more human disease.
So if I was your big brother or your dad, and you're being a little younger than me and probably have a little more awareness of this stuff, and I asked you, so when you describe 5G, for those in the audience that maybe don't understand it, it's like this Alexa thing that's being sold to us. It's this thing in our homes where, as you said, our toaster is talking to our phone, and our phone is talking to...
The Internet of Things, right? I mean, if you go online and Google Internet of Things, it's just like utopian.
Everything is connected, right?
Everything, yeah. Sounds super amazing.
That's what 5G will eventually hope to become.
Exactly.
And you're saying it's too much. It's too omnipresent.
Well, I'm saying that there should at least be a public debate about the health effects. And the fact is, the government is completely not jumping on the ball. I mean, because of the Telecommunications Act of 1996, which says that no state or local government can regulate the placement of any cell towers, regardless of environmental effects.
Right.
That has really laid, there it is right there, that has really laid the groundwork for this toxic infrastructure.
What is that we're looking at? I mean,
this is the Telecommunications Act of 1996.
It's long. Why am I reading it?
This basically says that regardless of health effects, you cannot stop the deployment of 5G infrastructure. And the FCC, which has no health expertise itself, is completely captured by the wireless industry. It's the same playbook that big oil used with climate change or big tobacco with cigarettes. They're really deceiving the public and selling this to us as something that doesn't have a lot of risk. But who hasn't been fooled? The insurance companies. They are not selling any product liability policies that cover cell phone radiation because they aren't fooled by these studies. And look, when people find reports, it is. When usually when you or I go online and find reports about wireless tech to find that it's harmless or that there's no evidence of harm, we're usually looking at industry-sponsored studies.
Yeah. And it's not a question about whether we don't want to move toward new technology. We just want to make sure that new technology is tested before we put it out there.
No,
so good
correct.
stuff. Hey, Michelle, as usual, good stuff. Thank you. Good report.
Listen, man. That's why it's important, man, to trust in the Heavenly Father, man. Okay? That's why it's important to trust in the Heavenly Father, man. Because what Esau Edom doing, man, he's trying to destroy us, man. Their whole duty is to be the wicked on the earth, man. Okay? It's to destroy the earth and all wickedness, man. Revelation chapter 11, 18. And it reads, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto his servants, the prophets, and to his saints, which are the Israelites, the elect of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, West Indian and Haitians, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." That's why it's important, man. Like Psalm 91 tell you, to trust in Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, man. Be under the wings of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Okay? Under the shadow of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, man. Because if not, you're going to be destroyed by Esau Edom and their technology, man. Okay? They said you had birds, man. On another article, that you had birds flying by the 5G towers, man, that they already got put up. And they fell out of the sky, man. Okay? Esau trying to destroy the Israelites on all levels, man. Because they're trying to find some kind of way to destroy to destroy the Israelites because of the birthright and the blessing that they rejected. Which it was our prophets of the Lord that the Israelites get the blessing anyway. But they are still trying to destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, West Indian and Haitians. Okay? To the best of their ability, man. But that's what the Lord say in Matthew 24 and 22. Except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, Esau is going to come down with great wrath, man. I can tell you in Revelation 12 and 12 because he know that he have but a short time. Okay? Job 14 and 5, man. Their days are already determined, man. The Lord already gave them a bound which they cannot pass. So they're going to come down with great wrath with all their different devices, man, coming down heavy as much as they can. This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doeth prosecute the poor. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, West Indian and Haitians are the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Because these are the devices of the wicked, man. They're trying to destroy us on all levels, man. That's why if you are not covered under the shadow of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to be destroyed, man. Psalms 33 and 10. The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. So their devices is not going to work, man. Okay? Verse 11. The counsel of the Lord Yahweh standeth forever. The thoughts of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation, one nation, which is the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitian. Blessed be the nation whose power is the Lord Yahweh, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. Now I tell you in Deuteronomy 32 and 8 that Jacob is the lot of his inheritance, man. Okay? Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians, man. Now this is Job chapter 5, verse 12. That's why he say, blessed be that nation. Not with an S. Nation, man. Because the 12 tribes of Israel makes up one nation, man. Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands could not perform their enterprise. So the thing that they're trying to push, man, it's only going to work on the heathen nations and 2/3 of our people. This would not work on the elect. It would not work on the elect, man. And that's the point I'm doing this lesson. This is the reason why I'm doing this lesson, man. I seen this article and I just had to do something. I just had to bring out the precepts. So this is Psalms 140. And I'm going to start at verse 9. And it reads. Start at verse 8. Grant not, O Lord Yahweh, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they should exalt themselves. As for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. So, the thing that they're trying to do, man, it ain't going to work, okay? David said, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device. Because their devices, they're trying to destroy us through their technology, man. Psalms 141, verse 9. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gin of the workers of iniquity. The gin is talking about a trap. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, which I will escape. So David said, let them fall in their own traps, man, that they have performed against us, that they have set up against us, man. Let them fall in their own traps, man. And the Lord said, they are going to fall in the traps that they have created. This is Psalms chapter 9. Psalms 9 and 16. And it reads, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Okay? The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the works of his own hands. So the Lord is going to put them in their own trick bag, man. Okay? These Edomites are going to fall by their own devices. This is Psalms 21, verse 9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thy anger. the Lord Yahweh shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shall thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. So the thing that they are creating is going to fall upon their own head, and they're going to be destroyed by their own devices. Thus saith the scriptures, man. Now this is Psalms 36 and 11, and it reads, "They shall not be." Psalm 36 and 11. "Let not the foot of the pride come against me, and let not the hand of the wicked remove me. They are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are cast down and shall not be able to rise." Because Yahweh Shah is going to destroy Esau, Edom, man, for the wickedness that they are doing. Okay? Their devices will not work, man. On the 2/3, that's who their device is going to work on. It will not work on the elect and the 1/3 chosen ones that's going to fall in line with the elect. So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11. "Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." We know what's going on with Esau, man. Okay? The Lord said in the last time they were going to be revealed, man, what Esau Edom was going to be trying to do, man. This is Proverbs chapter 6 and 18, and it reads, "And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and run into mischief." And that's what they is, man. They have a heart of devised wickedness, man. They devise wicked imaginations. That's what they do. All they do is devise wicked imaginations, man. Okay, it tell you in Psalms 36, verse 4, "He deviseth mischief upon his bed, and setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorred not evil." Okay? All they do is think about the wicked thing they're going to do, man. Tell you in Proverbs 15 that they establish a council. Okay? Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that real fast. You see, Proverbs 15 and Proverbs 15 and okay, Proverbs 15 and 22. And it reads, "Without counsel, proposals are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established." Okay, and that's what they do, man. Through counsel, man, they establish. Okay, in Proverbs 20 and 18, "Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war." So that's what they do, man. They establish their devices through counsel, man. Okay, this is what they do, man. They establish their counsels and they perform their devices, man. Again, read again. Proverbs 15 and 22. "Without counsel, proposals are disappointed." They say, "But in the multitude of counselors, they are established." And that's what they do, man. Okay? Proverbs 20 and 18. "Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war." That's what they do, man. And they're trying to destroy us with their devices, which the Lord say it would not work on Jacob, man. Okay? The wickedness of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, will fall upon their own head, man. Thus saith the scriptures, thus saith Yahweh Shah. So with that, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Arkham pushing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwaf while listening and learning. Shalom.